Every time I listen to Eric Bischoff, he says the dumbest thing I've ever heard. He one-ups himself every time. I took like a month and a half off, maybe 2 months. So last night I'm like, let me listen to him. What's he talking about? Or what's he avoiding talking about? What's he talking around? He never answers a question. Oh, by the way, I just want to say I loved everybody I'm about to talk about in this story. I loved working with them, and they're such bright, talented, young people. And they're going to turn this company around. Having said that, it's no fun. What the fuck? Give me a shoot. You do a fucking... And then he gives us bullshit with no energy on his podcast, Eric Bischoff. But guess what? When the ads pop up, he'll start doing bits. Blue Chew, huh? He's projecting now because the advertisers are listening. Hit the real people. This motherfucker, while I was listening to him, Eric Bischoff said, without advertisers, you don't have any viewers. No, the opposite is reality. That's what he thinks of you and me and everyone else. If what is it? If Snickers won't sponsor my Battle Royal, I don't give a fuck if you're watching it. He's a piece of shit, and everything he says reflects that. I despise Eric Bischoff as a human being.
Yeah, and I have listened to a few episodes of 83 Weeks. It's kind of a tough listen. Some episodes you really want to hear. And
TWFS is being nice to me.
And there is something likable about Eric in a weird way where you want to, because you know he was behind the scenes. You want to know more and more. But then the way he kind of backtracks, and he's really, let me use this word, he's really dodgy. He's a bit dodgy. He's always kind of avoiding giving us what we actually want.
Doesn't it seem like guesswork? For a guy who supposedly was in charge of everything, he's always guessing or saying, oh, let me check that. Maybe. It's never a yes or a no, but it's always a maybe for sure.
Well, and just the way he can kind of throw blame on, like, I wasn't in charge of creative, or he'll say, look, the idea was this, it didn't work out. Like, it's very rare when we get to just hear him go, yeah, that sucked, we're sorry. Like, he always has kind of a way to go around
he'll
it.
do that, but it's in a pandering way. He won't even remember what you're talking about, but he'll be like, yeah, that sucked, you're right. We got that wrong 20 years ago. He's thinking, what a fucking mark. I don't know what he's talking about. Listen to him.
Magic can really happen if you're having fun.
Okay.
And working hard. You can't just have fun. You got to have fun and work hard. But conversely, you can't just work hard and not have fun.
Ladies, did you understand? And he'll do that over everything. He'll repeat it 50 different ways as if I'm retarded. But he's retarded. He doesn't know what he's saying. I got to play it again, ladies. And keep in mind, I edited out silences. I didn't edit out any words. He just literally took a while to get to each of these stupid things. Listen.
Magic can really happen if you're having fun and working hard. You can't just have fun. You got to have fun and work hard.
I can't have my fun.
But conversely, you can't just work hard and not have fun.
You can't have fun anymore?
Who the fuck played that? I didn't even think of that. I can't have my fun.
Can't have my fun.
Ladies, I have two that came in. Was it Kevin's dog, Logan?
I believe it was Kevin's dog, Logan.
I can't have my fun.
Magic can really happen if you're having fun and working hard. You can't just have fun. You got to have fun and work hard. But conversely, you can't just work hard and not have fun.
It's not even conversely. He said you have to do both. You didn't converse it. I hate him, ladies.
No, it was wishy-washy, if anything. Like, you can't have fun. You got to work hard, but why work hard if it's not fun? A long way to get to that, but ultimately, I mean, what are they fucking talking about?
I found out, ladies. I found out because I couldn't sleep till 11 a.m. I had this shit playing, and I'm laying in bed annoyed. That's probably why I can't sleep. That, and I have children that were taking. What was that?
Grit.
So later on, like an hour later, he goes, like I made earlier. I mean, I wish I cut this. I might cut this audio tonight. He's going, he gets asked if there's anything wrong with the creative process. By the way, he's a guy who says the creative process. Now I say it. No one else asks. He's always talking about the creative process. People who say that don't have fun or work hard. They're boring and they're lazy. Don't call it that anymore. Are you writing? Are you spitballing? What are you talking about? You're being too vague even with that. Ladies, I've never had a creative process with you. We just get shit done and we have grit. And we tell you what happened. We're not skirting around it. I'm sorry. So he was saying, well, not necessarily. Well, it goes back to what I said earlier. You got to have fun. So now you got to remember this nonsense to make this and that make sense. That nonsense. So he's trying to say no one has fun in WWE. But he just says this instead.
Magic can really happen. If
I
you're
have grit.
He doesn't want anyone to be mad at him. It's like Taz's show. The boys are great. He's always making fun of The Office, though. So, yeah, Bischoff can't have anyone mad at him.
Magic can really happen if you're having fun and working hard. You can't just have fun. You got to have fun and work hard. But conversely, you can't just work hard and not have fun.
I almost want to, like, with that answer, with that response, it really is, you're correct. It's just, what the fuck is he talking about? And yeah, it's just more proof that Eric really was ATM douchebag Eric in the mid-90s, where he thinks he's so cool and he's not.
Who had to talk to him, do you think? Like, who in this poor business had to talk to Eric Bischoff? By the way, Vleeties, you're vegan. Do you eat farm-raised salmon?
No, and fish farming is kind of a weird, from what I know about it, it's just so awkward. I don't know. I've never really thought, whoever thought of it, I mean, I guess it's kind of a genius, but kind of a weirdo at the same time.
Do not buy farm-raised salmon. And if you knew anything about farm-raised salmon, you wouldn't eat it either.
You know about it, Bleedies. You don't eat it either.
Well, I just know, like, trout farming is a real thing. Like,
in fact, farm-raised salmon, they have to feed them orange dye.
Oh, yeah. This is the shit I get to learn. I want to hear about how Hulk Hogan manipulated you and ruined your company. Instead, I'm going to hear about how he ate orange dye to look orange. I know what he looks like. And by the way, Vleeties, orange dye ain't fucking poisonous. They put orange dye in the salmon because people like you and Eric need your orange salmon so preciously. I want truthful salmon. Give me a big brown piece of salmon. Just give me what it is. And I'm going to eat it. I'm going to eat so much fucking farm-raised salmon this week to spite you and him.
No, and you could probably get a good deal on, like, some frozen farm-raised salmon. Yeah. I just think it's weird that he actually has an opinion on that. Like, if I go to when I was eating meat, I would go to the actual counter and normally pick out my salmon fillets or pick out my steak fillets. So I'm assuming he's one of those people as well. But if he's the douchebag walking up to the counter going, "Are these farm raised?" and then the kid working the deli counter has to, like, turn around like, "Hey, this asshole in the leather jacket just asked if these were farm raised." Like, how do you know?
The asshole in the leather jacket.
And if you knew anything about farm-raised salmon, you wouldn't eat it either.
All right, Eric Bischoff. And if you knew anything about his podcast, you wouldn't like it either. We got Bischoff telling us Vince McMahon is using old formulas. We got Jim Cornette telling us Vince McMahon threw out those old formulas. And then we have Dave Meltzer just saying he doesn't know what's going on. We're the only people who know what we're watching. Bruce Pritchard, one writing team under the greatest mind in wrestling history. The only man who can make sense of the genius. The misunderstood Mr. McMahon. Thank you, Bruce.
What
Thank
school
you,
do you
Vince.
go to?
Thank you, Ben.